Hello, and this is the Warp Forge with another Ave Dominus Nox update. So, as you can see here, this is a large biker load for the Night Lords. So, what exactly parts did I use? It's a massive conversion. It was a big one to really do and very ambitious in my opinion. For what it is, anyway. So, I used a Dark Eldar Reaver jet bike. I used Forge World parts. I used, obviously, Chaos Biker, Night Lord's brass etchings, and demon and a bloodletter sword from the skull cannon kit. So, and the blood throne kit. It's a dual on that. So basically, I don't really have much background on this guy because I'm still fleshing him out. But the current background I have on this lord, he doesn't have a name yet, is he did like some sort of biker cult where his tactics relied on speed and stuff like that. And he managed to outdo or counterattack a Dark Eldar raiding force, Cabal raiding force, and obviously Caraxes comes in time to finish off, to help this guy finish off it. In return, he hears Caraxes out and then ends up joining in with the 8th Legion of Caraxes' growing warband. So yeah, that's him. Rules-wise, why I got him and converted him was mainly because Traits Hate came out and you could either have Chaos Bikers or Chaos Raptors. Now, as someone who's got the Raptor cult formation, I'm already going to be hard-pressed, if I'm honest. Going to be very... not just hard-pressed, but demotivated after painting like 20 Raptors and Warp Talons. And 5 Warp Tons as well. So I just thought, you know what, it'd be a nice change of pace. Now, this guy, yes, I have to admit, I did in my lists, I've made him a bit like cheesy as Chaos Cheese can be by making him into a demon Nurgle, a Mark of Nurgle biker lord. And what I did here, oh yeah, and a bit of Chaos Terminator sprues. And basically what he's got is a quick shiver blade from the Black Legion supplement, and he's on a bike for Mark of Nurgle. So he's toughness 6, initiative 6, AP 3 demon weapon. He's going to be with a unit of Nurgle bikers, about 6 of 2 melter guns as well, that I'm currently painting up. But yeah, as you can see, I think what I'm most proud of is the sword. So if we get this bit here, as you can see, the sword. Basically, I had a chainsword from the Raptor kit, cut off the chainsword bit and the haft, because the haft didn't make sense because it was misaligned with the sword, and then, well, plastic glued on the sword, and that's what you get. Now, my only like self-criticism here to improve on maybe in the future was that the haft looks really, really small compared to how big that blade is. But I kind of thought, well, what is a bike in the 41st millennium but another mount? And mounts usually have lances. I mean, look at the Mechanicus, like chicken walkers. Rough Riders have mounts, lances as well, and typically the sword or like the handle is roughly smaller than the massive lance. So I thought this guy's just going to be crashing in, he's just going to be slicing and dicing and just stabbing in on initial impact with his Hammer of Wrath. So I'm kind of okay with it. At the same time, I used the Night Lord's torso because I don't like the biker torso that you get with the plastic bikers, because it's very generic, and again it promotes that stereotype that I've talked about in past videos where it's just like, oh, like all the arrows and stuff, and it looks a bit cheesy, if I'm honest. It looks a bit cliche, so I thought, you know what, I may as well make this proper 41st millennium biker lord. This bit is from one of the Skitari Assassin Bot kits. They are the Ruststalkers Infiltrators kits. It's a data spike, and I just glued it on underneath because you can see it's a massive gap, and I thought I want that gap filled with something. So I gave it the Mecha Tendril. Just as, like, I don't know, maybe to represent the Hammer of Wrath. It's flailing around, and then once it goes in the initial charge, it stabs in along with the lance. Or the sword lance. Actually, that gives us some sort of name, like, I don't know, not demon lance, but something to do with lances, because it could be. Spine Shiver Blade is a blade at the end of it, it's not necessarily a sword, so It could potentially be something Lance, I could call it, for like fluff reasons. The guns from these are a mixture of the Reaver jet bike and the, the Reaper autocannon. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I thought it would be bigger, but at the end of the day, I kind of like it at the same time. I've spent time into making that. Night Lord's brass engine here, and on the back fins here, just to give you a real like showcase on like that it is a Night Lord's biker, and he is on one of the big oval bases. And I'm not sure if he's on Chicken Walker base, but he is on a Blood Crusher base, and I'm not sure if they're the same. I think the Chicken Walker's a bit longer, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, it is on like a Juggernaut of Corn base because it is large. In fact, just to give you a size comparison to see how large it is, that's like the new 70mm bases oval, because I feel like Games Workshop is now going to repackage every Chaos, so not just Chaos but every Space Marine biker kit with these oval bases, and so they've done that to the Deathwatch now, so I'm kind of just trying to stay ahead, one step ahead. These bases are the new plastic ones that Games Workshop are releasing, so I thought, you know what, I may as well get them. They're a pack of 6, and that fills up a unit of 6 bikers nicely. So, one-off purchase, 20 quid. I get a few extra bases here and there for Demon Princes. I personally don't think it's too much of a bad deal, considering the fact that I'm thinking on the perception that it's just a one-off purchase. But yeah, like I say, a little bit of conversion here of the melter gun, but just to give you a rough size comparison, this is huge for a biker. But that's what I wanted. It's a Lord biker at the end of the day, and he's going to be a bit more flamboyant for his steed because, well, I mean, in real life, people humanize their motorized vehicles, so I don't see how this would be any different, especially when it's an Astartes tool of war that they craft themselves. So I really like how it's turned out, in my opinion. So that's it. Hopefully when I get this guy painted, he'll look superb and supreme. He is detachable, so I can like spray them both separately, then glue in all the added extras. Well, the pilot, the Lord. So yeah, I'm quite happy to see how this goes, and I'm very looking forward to seeing this in 6 bikers painted by me. Seeing the finished... Like I say, one of my favourite things about painting is to see the finished result. Just seeing it all come together, uniformed, is always a very heartwarming feeling to us, even when it is like a warband of cold, sadist killers from outer space demigods. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here and you want to see more conversions and more updates on the Ave Dominus Nox project, then please hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications button on whichever platform you're on. If you want to talk about anything underneath in the comment section below, then please comment away. And if you think this conversion is cool and you want to show a few friends, then please share the video, get the name out there. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So, this is Warp Forge, signing out, and remember, keep on forging.